Hello and welcome to BLW, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of reviewing a LEGO product, we're going to be taking a look at one of LEGO's advent calendars, and basically I am going to work through my own personal opinions on them to see whether or not I personally think they are worth it or a scam / ripoff. Now, this isn't to say that this is, LEGO scamming you, giving you a product that, is inferior or anything, but more of, is it worth it for the price that they are charging you? So if you don't know what an advent calendar is, essentially an advent calendar begins on December 1st, ends on December 24th, and each day you open a little box, little square, or sometimes little pouch, and there is a little gift or treat inside. Now, traditionally growing up, the few times I had advent calendars, there was chocolate inside, and each day would be like a different flavor of chocolate or different type of treat. And sometimes they were even, they were bought at the store, or it would be something where my grandma, who had a little Santa that could move between different dates, she would make candy and put it in each one for each day. So they are something that is both a tradition and something that can be bought at a store. LEGO, of course, makes their own advent calendars. They make LEGO City, LEGO Friends, LEGO Harry Potter, and LEGO Star Wars, which is what I have decided to go with today. Now, I did decide to go with LEGO Star Wars mainly because this 2022 LEGO Star Wars calendar was on sale at my local toy store. But also, of all those options, I feel that the LEGO Star Wars sets are going to provide the most value. So here is everything that came with my 2022 one. You can see we have lots of different ship mini builds. We have some animals and droid mini builds, along with, I think that's supposed to be a snowman gonk droid, maybe? There's also Vader's Palace. Some more ships. I think this is on Tatooine. More ships. I actually have absolutely no idea what this is meant to be. If someone knows, please let me know. The only thing I can think of is it supposed to be Hoth? The base on Hoth, maybe? I don't know. And then we do get minifigures. Now, this one came with a Porg, BD-8, a red stormtrooper, I think they're considered Sith troopers, a droid, a normal stormtrooper, Rey in a normal outfit, Poe in a Christmas outfit with BB-8 on it, Darth Vader with a Death Star Christmas sweater, who is basically the main draw of this, and of course is number 24, and then Luke Skywalker. So, as you can see, there is a pretty decent mix here. Now, I should say that this officially comes with 331 pieces, and the retail price that it starts at is $44.99. And that's where my issue kind of lies. Now, obviously, Star Wars is a very recognized brand, and it is, of course, now a Disney brand, so you kind of are both paying a Star Wars tax and a Disney tax. But is this worth it? So first of all, I think we should take a look at the mini builds. Now, these are the part that I think are the least worth it. Of course, I do think some of these are really cool. I love the X-Wing. The small Millennial Falcon is cute. I'm trying to think if there's any other. The mini Tatooine, or what I assume is Tatooine, is also cute. But, again, most of them are just kind of there, and as you can tell, most of them are made of really simple parts where you could just make this on your own. Like Darth Vader's Palace on Mustafar. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, you could easily create this on your own. I'm pretty sure every person who owns Legos owns these pieces of Lego because there's nothing special there. Now, again, there are also ones like this one, which is such a simple build. You could obviously make this at home, but I don't know what it is. I'm starting to become more concrete in my thought that maybe it's supposed to be Hoth. You can actually see here are the building instructions for it, and they don't label what it is either. It would be nice if these were somewhat labeled so you could be like, oh, this is what I'm building. Because, obviously you're going to recognize the Millennium Falcon, you're going to recognize an X-Wing, but I don't know whose ship this is. I don't know whose ship this is. And that may be, my own fault. I'm not a Star Wars super fan. But I feel like you shouldn't have to be a super fan to buy and understand the calendar, especially since this is most likely for kids. Now, should I say, partial minifigures or the built minifigures are also pretty cool. I think this animal one is decent. I understand what it's meant to be, but it's not the greatest. I do like this little bot, and honestly, he will be put together after this. I assume it's meant to be like a Christmas snowman gonk droid. Again, I actually love this. My only complaint would be if they replaced the green twigs with black ones. But I don't know if LEGO produced black ones when this came out. But I would do that myself. I mean, that's not a big deal. So I think these are a good part of the value. And then, of course, we have the real value bringers, which are the minifigures. And I am including the Porg as a minifigure, even though I think it technically would belong in these built minifigure builds. So let's take a look at these. So BD-8, awesome. I do not have a BD-8. He's wearing a Santa hat, which you could say adds value to it, but that's up to you. Luckily, the hat can be removed, and he is just a normal BD-8. Porg. Porgs are cute. I love Porgs. I'm glad to have a Porg. Now, our little droid that fell down in the back here, I'm going to be honest, I don't see that as anything of value. The Lego droids are a dime a dozen, basically. I'm pretty sure Lego officially calls them space skeletons on the Pick-a-Brick website. But yeah, I, no joke, have over 50 of them. And you can pretty much always find them if you want them because they were so produced that they're so cheap. So I would say that doesn't add really any value at all. I mean, I'm sure a kid, who's opening this would love to get anything, but for me, that just doesn't add the value. Now, this Sith Trooper, amazing. I actually love this. It actually might be my favorite minifigure in this set. It is the first one I've ever had, and I would love to have more like that. Stormtrooper, again, it's great. Always great to have more Stormtroopers. Rey, for me, yeah, this is personally great because I don't have a Rey, or I think I have a Rey that is from a Temu set, and obviously that is not real Lego, so it's nice to have a real Lego one. Now, Poe, I do like his sweater. His BB-8 sweater is cute, and I think I definitely enjoy him still in his Christmas mode because this is just something he would wear. He doesn't have like a specialized suit. Then, of course, we have Darth Vader, who I will get back to in a moment. But then we have Luke Skywalker. I believe this is technically going to be considered young Luke Skywalker. And I love this. I don't have a young one of him. Or really, the only one I have of him, I believe, is from the Dark Trooper attack. And as you can see here, he has both his original hands. Good job, Luke. So that is really cool to get. And then we have Darth Vader. Now, Darth Vader is wearing a Death Star Christmas sweater, and honestly, that is adorable. And I do love that. I just wish that for the price, maybe they would include both the Christmas sweater and his normal torso, just because you are paying $45 for this. Now, maybe I'm completely in the wrong with that here. Maybe that is a super unpopular opinion. Again, this is me just kind of working through my feelings about LEGO Advent Calendars and forcing you all along for the ride and forcing my dogs along for the ride while they want to bark at the wind outside. Now, I will say, this is the first Darth Vader I've had where it includes the bottom part of his mask as a separate piece. And they do actually include an extra. It's not going to focus well, but I think that's really interesting. For all I know, that could be something that's been in the newer sets. My Lego Darth Vader that I use a lot is from probably the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s, as it was a gift. So again, this is everything that comes in one, and now it does change every year. So I do believe in 2023, instead of Darth Vader, it was Sidious with a Christmas sweater. And of course, the mini builds changed. I do think we got an Ahsoka clone trooper, and I'm trying to think what else came with it, but I really don't know. You can go look at it online. Of course, I am recording this well after Christmas, so it doesn't really matter anymore, because I'm sure Lego is already working on planning next year's one. And I did want to make this outside of the Christmas season because I feel like it gives people a clearer head to think about things. Now, are these fun? Absolutely. But are they worth it? I still just don't know. Like I said, most of these mini builds, I honestly, even if I like them, if they disappeared, it's not like I'm going to be sad. For me, it's really the minifigures that are bringing the value. And I'm sure that like the Christmas sweater ones will raise in value. And eventually, if I wanted to, I'm sure I could sell them and make more money than the set cost. But although I do buy some sets for investment purposes, I don't want to be someone who just sells all my Lego. I love my Lego. Now, another thing that I feel like we need to talk about is something that I saw a lot this year, and that was the mistakes that Lego was making in their manufacturing process. Now, before I get into that, I would like you guys to take a look at this. So this is where every door is. Basically, you open a door, and it will either tell you what's inside or give you a small diagram on how to build it. One thing that just personally kind of is messing with my head for some reason, well, not for some reason, it's messing with my head, but I don't know why they decided to do this. They are not in numerical order. So, I don't even know where one is right now. So, there we go. So, one would be over here, then you go to 2, then it's like 3. Who knows where 4 is? I don't know why they aren't all in order. I've never had an advent calendar that wasn't just in order. And there's no rhyme or reason to why it's not in order. So that is weird to me. I do like this little fold-out thing where you can make the little mini builds and display them. But as I said, let's talk about the mistake Lego made this year. So for that, all of our friends have to go by. So, I already took it out, but basically, behind each of the doors is this crate. And inside each crate would basically be a small bag with the items in it. Now, because this was a 2022, everything was a small plastic bag. I really hope that they did update these to paper bags because that is a lot of wasted plastic. And basically, the whole thing that happened this year that I saw a lot on Facebook groups was that Lego had inserted the trays wrong. So instead of it being one way, it was the other way. So for example, if on day 10 you were supposed to get BD-8, you might accidentally get the Darth Vader instead, or a different one, because they had put them in wrong. Now, I don't think that this affected every Lego Advent calendar, and maybe this is something that happens every year, but I saw a lot of complaints about it on Facebook of people opening the wrong, basically getting the wrong thing compared to what was on the picture. And actually, I should say that I most particularly saw this with the Lego Marvel Advent Calendar, which I completely forgot about until I started talking about this. Yes, there is a Lego Marvel one as well. That would be another one of the top ones I think could hold its value. But they were having issues where the tray had been inserted wrong, so they would have to go in and flip the tray themselves. And while that seems like it's not a big deal, a lot of the complaints were from people saying that their kids were disappointed because it said that they'd be building Iron Man, and there was no Iron Man in the box. So I think really any type of mistake that, is going to make a child sad like that is one maybe Lego should take more seriously. Lego is generally known for having great quality control overall, but for some reason this past season, they seem to have let it go. So that is another factor that I think personally is driving me away from the idea of these advent calendars. And I do think that they can serve a purpose. I think the idea that kids love to open them, and if you can afford them, then absolutely go for it, because who doesn't want to make their kids happy? I mean, as a parent, that's what you should be trying to do. I mean, getting to see your kids' eyes light up during the Christmas season, the holiday season, I'm sure is like one of the best feelings in the world. But from my perspective, I just don't know if they're worth it for the price that they come in. Now, I did kind of lie. There was one other reason that I chose Star Wars for this, and that's because of something Lego did this year. And that is this. The Lego Star Wars Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama. Now, this retailed for $29.99, contains 282 pieces, contains holiday versions of 2 minifigures, also comes with Chewbacca, the Porg, and a BB-8. You can see also, if you look in there, there is a the Jedi text and, Christmas decorations. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, you don't get the joy of opening part of this each and every day like you would with the Advent calendar. But you get a better price per piece ratio. You still get some unique minifigures. In fact, you still get 5 minifigures if you count the Porg as a minifigure, which I do. And you get to build an actual thing that you want to display. And in my opinion, this is just so much better. Now, really, at the end of this almost 20 minutes of rambling, my question on whether or not I think that Lego Advent calendars are a scam or a ripoff, I don't know. I think they are jacked up in price, but I also think that they can, of course, give someone a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, whatever they want. It can make them happy for 24 days in a row. Whereas something like this diorama is probably going to make you happy for probably 25, 30 minutes as you build it. And, the Advent calendar produces small doses of happiness over 24 days. Now, I think both probably, if sealed, would gain value over time just for the fact that they are Lego and they are Star Wars. So I really think this does depend on what you want. I don't think Lego is technically scamming anyone with the Advent calendars, but I do think that they are overpriced. I personally think that unless I find a good sale, like I did on this one, that I'm going to stick with these holiday dioramas if they continue to do them, because I think this is cute, and I would much rather have something like this that, even if I built it before Christmas and it gave me one day of happiness, I can have it on display with my Christmas decorations, and other people can see it, and maybe they'll find it cute and give it happiness. Now, that's not to say that they both can't be combined, because I could simply build this and add in our holiday Darth Vader, kind of like a Christmas truce or something. So, at the end of the day, do I think Lego Advent calendars are worth it? No, I personally do not. Do I think they're overpriced? Yes. Do I think they are a scam or ripoff? No, I don't think they are. I think that they have a value, but I don't think they're for me. I think something like this is much more for me, and that Lego Advent calendars are much more for people with kids who will enjoy watching their kid open a new miniature build or minifigure each and every day. I know that this has been an incredibly long video, mostly of me rambling, but hopefully this has in some way helped you on your own views on Lego Advent calendars. And hey, if you like this video for some reason, And if you want to see me rant about more Lego things or watch me review Lego sets, then please subscribe to this channel and also give this a like, a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time with a brand new Lego video. Thanks for watching.